It's I'm nervous right now. I got pregame jitters. I don't know if you guys ever had that before, but if you're gonna play today, don't watch this, please. Um, so I'm about to do a game here. Um, Obviously, I don't claim to be any genius or any great strategist, but I got a channel, and I want to verbalize what I'm thinking. So, in the game, there's a complication with just annexing territory. You have to actually uh, go into a territory and then roll a dice in order to do that. And you have to as a 2d6. So that's going to make expansion a bit trickier than your normal risk game or your normal Axis and Allies game where there's no opposition. It's even more intense than War Room because in War Room you just had to roll. The person would roll the partisan garrison troop would roll a dice. So, Nightingale Games is going to. Okay, new planning map just popped up. Cool, Jamboard dot app. All right, we can do that. It's a 6-player game today, so it should be fun. And you can imagine that with COVID, that the board game industry and play testing, it's all changed. And it's right now all online. I went to have breakfast on Sunday with some people. It was fine. Nice wide table. And I'm young and healthy, but some people aren't. So comorbidities and all that. So, anyways, the difficulty, one of the difficulties I'm experiencing with this is the when you go into one of these games, you're trying to figure out how to win. So at the end of every round, there's some sort of evaluation that tells, and actually this evaluation gives you additional points. So my normal tactic of a slow burn, a slow build up the infrastructure by, kind of like the United States and Axis and Allies. You build up the infrastructure and then, you crack the whip. And hopefully all arriving at the same time. So the difficulty is that, the territory value that you own at the beginning. Let's say that you start the game off with a base of maybe 14 or 15 points. And so you're going to be evaluated on those victory points. And so my normal strategy would be to slow burn and, obviously get some mobile troops, troops that will actually be able to throw, and then you won the battle. But that's not as simple a repair. And so as far as cracking, I'm more used to building up this. And by the way, you can buy victory points. Certain units are victory points, and so obviously it's going to be very tempting right off the bat to get into an arms race just buying victory points. And so I think the best thing for this is to obviously annex territories. That's the big and obvious thing for everyone to do first turn. And so that's good. And then obviously avoiding, but it won't work this game. I don't think it will. It could, but I'm not sure it is. That's the battles that you don't fight. A lot of times in Axis and Allies, you'll get to a point where if you've avoided combat, you've got sort of a center mass inevitable. But it's not always obvious when you're building up the arms race that you're that far behind. And then suddenly, you realize that, 2 turns from now, I meet him and he's surpassed me by quite a bit. And so you give up, surrender. And that's the best victory, right? The glorious revolution kind of thing. Because you've outmaneuvered him and he decides he doesn't want his young man to die. Now, I don't usually play it that way. I like, even if someone outmaneuvered me, I don't mind throwing my hands up and seeing if Lady Luck will smile upon me. Or the lot is cast into the lap. It's every decision is from the Lord. So I don't mind, because certainly battles like Midway and Agincourt and others, the sea battle after Marathon, I can never remember, after Thermopylae, I can never remember that name. But anyways, all those were battles in which the odds were stacked against them, but something gave them the edge. And sometimes it was just sort of a deus ex machina. So anyways, so I think I'm going to resist the temptation I'm going to resist both temptations. The temptation number one is to go out and smash, and get some elite units, so some really cool units that have they're veterans, and if you have those veterans, they actually give you victory points. So I'd like to avoid that. Actually, I'm going to try a slow build and take the more humble long-term approach. I can't fall too far behind because it can only last 7. I mean, there's games that are only going to last 7 rounds, but there's also games that are going to last 10 rounds. So I think my usual tactic of slowly building up. I do this with Settlers of Catan. Whoa, that's cool. I will do the cities route in the developments. So I'll get those. What are they called? They're called library, and they're like technologies related to green and blue and yellow. And I will concentrate on those, and all of a sudden people who are doing road building are building, towns, and but I'm working with the cards. Come up with a crown on top of the I've reached the pinnacle of achievements, and I get 4 points, 2 points, and then that add a point to you, a victory point. You're getting these cards, and all of a sudden you're equal to them. But you've got a better machine because you can not only use your resource cards, you can also use your technology cards. I forget what they're called, progress cards. So I think I'm going to take the slow approach. Build it up. Try to get. Yeah, I'm going to try to get some numbers on the board. There's nothing like having more numerical superiority that gives you sort of an octopus. It is not going to work. Connection is unstable. Please wait while we reconstruct. So you got that octopus effect, and that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem for them because I'll be able to be everywhere at once. A little humbler, and so obviously I don't want to put my my life in the hands of my game. So if I can early on at the end, it might have changed the outcome of the game, but that didn't work. With units, the most units on the board. And then I'm going to try to form an alliance with someone. Maybe the person. Now I'm going to concentrate on reach. The reach in this game is amazing. So ability to move troops around has become exponential. Ships haven't become a lot better because of ports. Ports are kind of pretty strong. And will end up with a lower who's got more pieces on the board.